Yo, IG, what up? What up? Good morning. Welcome to another edition of the Monday Morning Challenge. I'm your host, Roger Love. I hope that you had a fabulous weekend. I hope that you are rested and ready to go. If you're listening to this, it is Monday and you have nothing but a week of opportunities for yourself to advance. My prayer this morning is that you are in the best state of mind that you can be. You're in the best health that you can possibly be, and that you are preparing yourself for a week of getting better as we continue to push through, COVID-19 during these challenge times. Before we start, as always, every Monday, I'm going to say my favorite five things that I love to say, and I hope that you give yourself some daily affirmations as well. But I'm the best. I can do it. God is always with me. I'm a winner. And today is my day. That's right. Today is my day. And I want you to understand this here that you need to understand that this is a day that the Lord, the Creator, has made. Rejoice and be glad in it. Make the most of it. Stake your claim today. You know, during these challenge times, a lot of us had plans going into 2020. We wrote these plans down and we were, looking forward to doing them. And then, COVID-19, of course, we felt happened and kind of stopped a lot of our plans. There's kids who are in high school who are, pretty sour, and they should be, that they don't get the chance to experience graduation or prom and some of the things that they get to experience as seniors. There are people in college who don't get the chance to experience some of these things, and prom and the things that they, get to experience. You look at last week at the NFL draft, these guys did not get a chance to experience a red carpet experience, some of the things that they want to experience and being drafted into the league, right? So they had to deal with some things and, understand that they had to adapt and adjust and just do it from their homes. Some might not have been happy about it, but some got creative, right? COVID-19 hit the United States really in late September, early October. It was already there, right? Most of you wrote down your goals pretty much during the midst of COVID-19. You were courageous enough, bold enough, writing down goals in the midst of COVID-19. And most of you didn't even know that was going on until it was brought to your attention. And then your reaction was fear or flight and run. And most of us ran, got toilet paper, paper towels, cleared the shelves because we thought the apocalypse was going to actually happen, right? So we reacted in fear instead of being courageous enough to think about it and unravel this thing and then taking an approach to it maybe differently or with a different point of view. So we can choose fear over courage, or we can take courage over fear, right? So think about, maybe let's say you had to take a swim class and you had to jump into the deep end, or you had to jump off a high dive into the deep end. Did you do it or did you chicken out? Did you get up there to the fact and say, hey, I'm going to get up here and I'm going to look down and I'm going to do it anyway? Sometimes in life, you're going to be afraid, but you have to do it anyway, right? And when you think about that, that's courage, right? Courage is doing something even though you are afraid on the inside. You did it anyway. So my challenge today is to you to do it anyway. Things that you had planned, do it anyway. Things that you were going to do it anyway. I'm not telling you that you had to travel around the world. I'm talking about some realistic goals of doing various things that you wanted to do. Think about, like I said, back to the NFL draft. There was one young man who said he promised his mom that he was going to walk her down the red carpet. He went and got the red carpet, right? Made their own red carpet and made this thing happen and walked his mom down the red carpet, after being drafted, right? He promised his mom this, right? So they didn't get to do it in Vegas and walk down the red carpet there, but he got creative and did it anyway, right? Some of the parents at the draft got creative and fixed up some of the houses, and they had these parties and things like that with just a few people, but they got creative. They did it anyway, right? So you have to understand, in the midst of something, do it anyway. You've already written down your goals and all the aspirations that you had. Don't be afraid to do something. Do it anyway. That's my challenge to you this week, is to do it anyway. You've written down goals. You've written down dreams. Whatever they are, find a way to make them happen. Because guess what? In the midst of bad times, challenging times, people who are courageous find a way to get around that or to pivot and change their plans, but to still arrive at that destination that they had planned for. And don't let these things stop you, because if you do, you're going to always be challenged by something, always be challenged by something. My challenge this week is simple. Take the time to say, I'm going to do it anyway, in spite of. You're already in the midst of COVID-19. You wrote down some of your New Year's resolutions and goals right there in the midst of COVID-19. It just wasn't brought to our attention except for like 6-7 weeks ago that this thing was going to happen and shut the country down. Whatever you're doing, take the time to do what you plan to do. Some people, they're getting creative and having these virtual parties, virtual cocktail parties. High school seniors, you still can get creative and have virtual proms or virtual graduations, whatever. Get creative. But don't let this stop you. Continue to do your plans in the midst of COVID-19. Listen, that is my challenge, to be the greatest you that you can be this week. But I challenge you, don't let your plans get canceled. Don't let things stop you in the midst of it. You do them anyway. But you be careful and you be smart and you think about things, but you still go ahead and do them. But analyze. Don't react the wrong way, but react out of thinking, out of thought process. Finding ways to win. Listen, be the greatest you that you can be. Have a great week, but choose courage over fear. Do it anyway. Be great.